post up there, brother. Hold on a little now. I must not go be able to be able to see them close the camera. Hey, pick me up. Yes, I. You see it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Some people like to be captured, others afraid.
Yeah.
And they just quarrel and thing. Back in town already?
Yeah.
It'll be good here on the phone. See?
No, you won't get to get it. When I go down the car, I'll jump. Try now, you might get it down.
Tourist Lego.
I'm dying.
What could I do? Stop and buy a bottle or two. Sure, I won't turn around this Friday traffic get heavy already.
Thursday, the boat was leaving from Trinidad to come down here and I get some TT and I get your money changed from people that come in Grenada.
I wondered which bank to tell it to go.
Yo. Hey. KTP, just for you, baby. Yo. Hey. Yo.
Give it to me, that workout.
Give you the workout, girl. Give you the workout, girl.
Give it to me, that love. Give it to me, that workout.
Give you the workout, girl. Give you the workout, girl. Give me the workout, baby. Show them that you're not lazy. Lately, that body driving me crazy. Gym body. Not give it to nobody. Oh, gym body. Original, them can photocopy, oh.
We never over. You sending me loca. I want your love. You giving me pressure. Love never sober. We dancing in soca. Riding like vroom, vroom, vroom.
And you know we end up going low, lower, low, 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 lower, low, 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 lower, until we end up going low, lower, low, 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 lower, low, 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 lower, until we end up on the ground. Give it to me, that workout. Give it to me, that love, girl. Give it to me, that workout. Give it to me, that love, love. Give it to me, that workout. Give it to me, that love, girl. Give it to me, that workout. Give it to me, that love, love. Give me the love thing, baby. The madam and them shaky. Ooh, girl, I'm gazing. Looking at you is amazing. Gym body. Not give it to nobody. Gym body. Original, them can put up a deal.
You sending me loca. I want your love. You giving me pressure. Love never sober. We dancing in soca. Riding like vroom, vroom, vroom.
And you know we end up going low, lower, until we end up going low, until we end up going. Give it to me, that workout. Give it to me, that love. Give it to me, that workout. Give it to me, that love. Give it to me, that workout. Give it to me, that love. Give it to me, that workout. Give it to me, that love. Girl, I'm serious like you. Girl, you don't do it like you. If them girl was hotter than you, now them no hotter, but your gym body girl.
Push it, don't give up, you could leave up in my head with a blah, blah, blah.
Fuck it on me, girl, go on you speak, girl. All I hear is blah blah blah.
Love you could keep on beating the sneaker. The God is on the
Yes, I can keep up, just give me one touch. Just give me some of that. Give it to me, that workout. Give it to me, that love. Give it to me, that workout. Give it to me, that love. Give it to me, that workout. Give it to me, that love. Give it to me, that workout. Give it to me, that love.
We never over. We're sending me loca. I want your love. You giving me pressure. Love never sober. We dancing in soca. Riding like vroom, vroom, vroom. Until we
End up on the ground.
So, go check it out. We also got the boutique. We're going to wide assortment of ladies, men, and children clothing. And the boutique. We got the dips and dots. Offering you thousands of items, including clothing, etc. at the dips and dots store. Also, you can check out the choirs. They're offering pastries. We also got fish and chips. There's barbecue on the side of the road. And our bar is ice cold. I want to pick up the barman, yes. Drinks are cold, yeah. We got carrot, we got style, Guinness water, soft drinks. We name it, take the bar, please. We also got popcorn. Also, when you check out the youth store where they're offering, you can pick a straw. We got a wheel of fortune. We got a ring toss. The ring toss is going to start in shortly. Check out the dip game for the kids. I see the wheel of fortune is really spinning and spinning. And if you're hungry, I want to check out the food stall. There's a nice oil down, Lamby Waters. Some local stew. Chinese, yeah. Chinese. You can get your stew Lamby and Lamby Waters also. There's also a cosmetic store inside that will offer you some jewelry and stuff. You can check it out also. There's a bookstore. Give someone the gift of reading. You can buy a book for a friend or family. There's face painting going on, so we got face painting. I'm not sure if it started as yet, but I know we got some face painting on. Which one you can get your fish cake and bakes, so you know how the thing go. Welcome. Also, we got a special on our cherished tissue paper and a Harbor Bay toilet tissue. I'm going to let you know the specials in a while. Here's a bigger picture. Your picture. Keep the yardies coming.
So many times you think I was lying. Friend, you became my friend, and behind your back you tried to keep my bed. Baby, I admit it, I didn't get it. 'Cause if I did, I wouldn't be no better than your friend who became my friend, and behind your back you tried to keep my bed. Baby, I admit it, I didn't get it. 'Cause if I did, I wouldn't be no better than your friend. Your friend, your best friend.
I hate to be the one to tell you that you're
What's your name? What's your name?
About making access easy.
Your full name? What school you going? How much age you have? You're brighton? What you want to be when you grow up?
A scientist.
A what?
A scientist.
Okay. What?
Hold me, sometimes none of them never please me, sir. Treat me, sir. Now you feel so right. No girl never squeeze me, sometimes get me. None of them never move me, sir.
Girl, you shine so bright. Anytime, anywhere, me love her so much, so me treat her with such tenderness. She and me baby, 'cause I believe that love is a powerful thing. Feeling deep within, and if you believe in love, free up your mind, let this flow begin. As early as the morning star, I'm giving thanks for this lovely thing. I'm feeling deep within, and if you believe in love, free up your mind, let this flow begin. As early as the morning star, I'm giving thanks for this lovely thing.
Right, so I'm Damian Graves. I am the chairman of the Good Shepherd Church Parish Council. Good Shepherd Church is part of the St. Dominic's branch. There's St. Dominic's, there's Good Shepherd, there's St. Teresa's. Today is our annual harvest. We always have our annual harvest on the first Monday in August, which is always a holiday. And so what we are celebrating here today is our annual harvest, where we have a variety of stalls from food and vegetable and fruit to clothing, to pastries, to the bar, to the children's different snacks and snackets. So we have a variety of stuff here. Barbecue chicken, barbecue pork, and that's what we normally do. Every first Monday of August in celebration of the church's harvest.
Is it open to just your parishioners, or is it
Open to everybody, open to everybody. Yeah. We extend it via the media. It's public. We use flyers. And of course, there's one-on-one, and we announce it in various churches on Sunday. Because it's really a Catholic church kind of celebration and activity for the purpose of raising funds to feed the poor and indigent, to deal with some of our administrative overheads and issues, and also to deal in recent times with some of our indebtedness, because we have had to have repairs. And since Ivan, a number of churches are still recovering, having to do significant repairs that has indebted us in some form. So that's what we are doing.
Is it the normal quantum in terms of people?
No, there'll be a lot more people a little later. This is just the beginning. We just started. It's just the beginning, and usually it builds up to a crescendo between 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 9, 10, and things begin to climax at about 11, and then we end the activity between midnight and 12:30 midnight.
So what kind of activities do you have for people who just come in apart from purchasing? What could they do?
Well, there are little things that the children have done, like choosing little. There are things that people do, like choosing little the dips. We have a dip, we have raffle. We have a dip, we have raffles, and so on. We were a little bit afraid of the rain, and so we decided we could not put on certain activities. But certainly, the next time around, we're trying to look at having a live band to play with us, invite some Calypsonians and some other artists to sing, invite our own local parishioners to sing, and to put on certain other activities, because I think it must be more than just buying and selling and so on. It must showcase the talent and the culture of the parish. So we want to go that way a little later.
So are you far from finished?
No. We're going to be finishing at about midnight tonight. Right. So, yeah.
Would you have any like ballroom dancing or something?
No, there's no space for that really. And we have tea as well in the parish hall. Tea is served at 3 p.m. and people purchase the tickets beforehand and they come to enjoy the tea. The little afternoon tea and so on. But we want to boost it up with some activities a little later, and that is something for the future.
Do you get contributions from the
all of the harvest activity comes from contributions from parishioners and the business places. So, yes, so we send out letters in advance. We receive the sponsorship, and we try not to have to purchase anything so we can maximize the amounts that we make to meet the expenses that we have for the church, for the church's activities and other ancillary activity. Yeah, so basically that's what we do. Yeah. So I want to take the opportunity to thank our sponsors, thank those who have contributed, thank those members of the committee who worked very hard from as early as February trying to put this thing together. I want to thank the parish priest, Father Carl Haynes, who has been a 100% support for us. We're expecting the bishop this afternoon, and one of the things he wants to sample, our bishop is Bishop Bishop Harvey. Right, so he will be here, and what he asked for is for stew lambi. So we had to make sure we reserve some stew lambi for him. Absolutely. It's right over there. Excuse me, so that's what we're looking at. So I want to thank you for the opportunity as well. I hope this will redound to publicizing the activity and give us a little bit more, some measure of popularity, so that next time more people will come to our activity. So thank you very much for taking the opportunity. So I'm Damian Graves, Chairman of the Parish Council Committee.
Running over the country, nothing too much to sacrifice. And if the country facing, if that is sour, so our people need us today more than ever. But in our fight to recover, if ever you feel to surrender, it's a one little thing you always remember. We go negative, we try. Just a little harder. If we just give one more try.
Everyone, you take time out to check out the stalls. I see the ring game is back up and ready to roll. So you can go over and find out what the price of the rings. Take part in the ring games. Try your luck on the bottle. We also want you to check out the bookstall. The tea is also started. It's only $10 for ticket for tea. So if you got a ticket for tea, please come on up and retrieve. It's started. We also want you to check out the food store. We got some oil down. We got some lambi waters and stew lambi. We also got some stew yard for these are my Petra.
And our people need us today more than ever. But in our fight to recover, if ever we feel to surrender.
The vegetable stall is at the back to the side of the church. And when you go check them out, they got a wide assortment of veggies and fruits and plants.
Just a little high.
Our boutique is also up and running. We got a wide assortment of ladies, men, and children clothing. You want to go over check them out also. Dips and dolls. They're part of the things I see the wheel of fortune is also spinning. Come on over, bring the kids over, let them spin the wheel.
One try, life could be much sweeter. We could make it if we try. Just a little high.
We also say welcome to the Bishop, Bishop Clive Martin Harvey. He's with us also this afternoon. Welcome.
One more try.
Then she started tremble. She give me goose pimple. So kind she sang, put on a smile. Sometimes she sang a dance. She had me in heaven. She had your boy in hell. What that woman do to me, I just couldn't tell. All I know is she ring my bell with it. Lim 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 baby dum dum. Giddy 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 dum dum dum. Lim 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 baby dum dum. Lim 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 dum dum dum. Lim 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 lim. She said, darling, no, my darling is not so. You see, Trinidad and Brazil have the same vibration.
Till the morning comes, and we not going home till we see the sun. Alright, the posse losing control, bumpers them start to roll, breathing take over soul, 'cause that's how we roll. People just moving, let God but we still moving. Outside the people fret, can't get inside the bed. If the man don't close the door, we got room for more sweet music play. And we not going home till the morning comes. My fella tell you got to come, one thing we got to run. She says she having fun, she not leaving till the sun is rising, and there's no compromising. The friends see what going on, start pressuring the man. Why you not play yourself till the morning comes, and we not
Like that oil dung.
Okay, tell me what it's made of.
It is made up of dumpling, breadfruit, pigtail, pig snout and callaloo, and carrot.
And what's it called?
Oil dung.
Native to which country?
Grenada.
Native to Grenada.
Yeah, that's our local dish.
Okay, so what are you having here today?
Harvest. That's the annual harvest.
Name of the church?
Pidibaka IRC Church. Good Shepherd.
Okay. Just raise it up and somebody will come to you. All right, no? Just bang it. Come
Breadfruit and dumplings. Can you kindly just hold the cover for me, please? And I'll give you an extra piece. Huh? Yes, they have turkey. Oh, the salt meat look as though it's finished. They have a lot of meat, man.
Where do I pay? Does you pay a lady over there?
No, you pay me. That's enough?
You're getting a dance with it too. I'm telling you.
So, this is $10.
Missy.
My name is Father Carl Haynes, the parish priest of St. Dominic's, which includes 3 communities, St. Dominic's in Pedmota, St. Teresa's in Vincennes, and Good Shepherd right here in Pichibakai. I've been a priest for 9 years now, and this is my 3rd parish. So over the last 9 years, I've served in 3 parishes. So this is my 3rd parish here. What is happening here today is our annual harvest, right? The Good Shepherd annual harvest, which is where the community comes together, which, you know, people cook, they bring things and they sell. So it's a twofold idea of bringing the community together and also a fundraising event. It's the church's main fundraising event that we have in here today. Okay, most of it would have come from donations. We would have written to corporate citizens as well as persons in the community. Also, we have persons living abroad, persons from the community, family members, who every year they would donate items to the parish for that purpose. Right, so most of the items are donated items that we have here. No, not necessarily, except that we use today because it's a public holiday, right? That's as far as emancipation is concerned, you know, in terms of it's a public holiday, so then it's easy now for people to organize, you know, come together and cook and whatnot, not having to worry about coming from work and having to do that. So because it's a public holiday today, that's why we chose to have it on that day. Yes, we do, right? We do recognize the importance of emancipation. In fact, our neighboring parish of Roxborough yesterday had the annual Emancipation Mass and celebration, right? In my own church yesterday, persons were in the African outfit. So we do recognize emancipation, right? Some of the songs that were sung at Mass also was, you know, that sort of a freedom song that lends itself to emancipation. Mm-hmm. Okay?
It's for like rain, it's no fun, no, it's no fun. Oh, I see greed and I see selfishness, every man is for himself. Only you can talk to them, Father, cause they listen to no one else, no. The way I see this world running, it shouldn't have to be, cause now everyone's cup is full with hate and overflowing. Father, I know things are wrong, yeah, it's wickeder than before. Really believe we could have run things, but it don't look so anymore, no. Come down, Father, come down, I will you come down, Father, come down. pastor, we have to gather kids, bring them under the red and white tent in the front of the church. So have their face painted, please. Bring them under the red and white tent and have them face painted, please. The other side of the road. So if you want to get your barbecue, you're going to step across the road and get your barbecue. I see the ring game is in full swing. We need some folks to spin the wheels. Spin the wheels of fortune. It's $72. I'll pick a straw. I want to check out the provision store in the back also. We got some greens. See some black plantains, some green pig. That's sweet, and all the greens. Yeah, we got some plants, easy friends. complimentary tea. And if you don't got tickets, we still got some more. Come and get your tea, it's only $10. Painting is over the red and white set in the front of the church. Bring the kids over and get them face painted. Only $5. And the barbecue, don't forget the barbecue box is on the other side of the road. Please don't forget about guys in the barbecue over there.
Hi, I am Oliver Joseph, the parliamentary representative for St. David's. We are now in Pitibakai at the Pitibakai harvest, and you can see all the fruits, the different crops here that we have on display in St. David's. As you know, St. David's is referred to as the Virgin Parish. We do not have a tongue like the other parishes, but we do have talents. We are known as a talented people. We are very gifted with people talented in different fields. The area of music, sports, culture, and we are very proud of the fact that St. David's boasts of different high-level representatives, former Governor General, and distinguished parliamentary representatives. We have a development plan that will see hotel construction in St. David's, a new housing complex will be built. Already we have refurbished a number of schools, and we are in the process of lighting some major playing field within St. David's. People are attracted to the parish because of its lush vegetation. We have rivers and nice beaches, beautiful sceneries, and almost everything that you could think about. We have it in St. David's. So I am very happy for this opportunity to be talking to you, and I'm happy that you are in the parish of St. David's. And here our people are hard-working people, eager to develop themselves, the constituency. We have been, as a government, we have been giving a lot of scholarships to young people because we believe that education is the key to success. It is education that will take young people out of poverty. And therefore we are placing a lot of emphasis and youth employment and education for our young people. And over the last 4 years, we have had economic growth averaging 5% in the last 4 years. And the economy has really turned around. And we are working towards improving the standard of living for all our people in this beautiful parish and by extension in Grenada. So I thank you very much for this opportunity.
You okay? You okay? Let me hold this for you. Let me hold this for you still. Ready? So I'm here with Sir Daniel and Lady Williams. And in my eyes, in my mind, they are like the mother and father of our parish of St. David's. They've done so much for this lovely parish. And as we celebrate Grenada, and we look for the best of Grenada, I just want to ask Auntie Glory, what do you love about your country? What do you think is wonderful about our country, Grenada?
Well, apart from the beauty of our country, which everybody sees when they come into Grenada, our people are very kind people. Our people are very caring people. You would find generally, if one person is hurting, everybody rallies around that person. And if something is good about that person, everybody enjoys and everybody celebrates with that person. That's two things I like about our country and our folk, because everybody shows when we are together, we love one another, we show love in different ways. And so I just love my country. I had opportunities to be away from my country, to live away from my country, and we just had to come home. So I'm very happy here.
We are so thankful for that, Auntie Glory. So thankful. Sedan, what do you love about Grenada? If you were to tell the world about Grenada, what would you say?
I say to the world that there is no other place like I will say to the world that there is not another place like Grenada. Evidence of that is right around here now. The church is having a fundraising, and anyone can come here, and either you can have ice cream, or you can have cakes, or you can have drinks, or you can have fruits, you can have vegetables. Think of anything in your house, you can get it right here. That's fundraising. And here we don't look too closely at a particular denomination. This is a Catholic, Roman Catholic function here. But if you were to take an inventory here, you find that there are many Adventists and Jehovah's Witnesses and others. Yes. And strangers come in will wonder whether this is really so, because there is never any real hostility as against this person or that person. So when you enter a country, and you can feel free, because you haven't got to guess whether there would be any problems that you would not have contemplated. So I would say that my little country, Grenada, is one of the best little countries. I've traveled a lot, of course. I should preface by saying I've seen a lot. And after all that I've seen, I'd say Grenada, somewhat selfishly, is still number one.
Thank you, Uncle Dan. Thank you very much.
She tell me meet her inside the band, me and she go have fun. When I check the woman, she already had a man, she lying. Don't know what she trying. This girl she lying. Don't know what she trying. This girl could lie too much. I don't know why she telling lies like that. She's not someone that I can trust. She lying. Don't know what she trying. Yo, this is Scotty. Yo, Grenada, loving you. This is Scotty. Well, since in 2002, I've been out doing music. I do songs like Why Do You Leave Me? Lying. I do songs like Come On and Let's Play a Mass. I had songs like Kitty Cat with me and Rabulous. And this year I was in the groovy in the semi-final. I only make it to the semi-final. I didn't make it to the final. I had a song called Party Hawk, which is doing well in Grenada now. And it's just great things, you know. I just loving it, you know. Loving the whole musical feel in Grenada. Enjoying it. And right now, yeah, just want to big up Hollis, Clifton, you know, for doing a wonderful work, you know. Right now, just taking out the whole scenery of a harvest in St. David, you know. Enough respect to him and keep supporting Hollis Clifton for the best in video, graphics and everything. You know, we have it large. Big up, Grenada, I love you. This is Scotty, I'm out, boom. Yeah, this is Party Hawk, you know. This is my tune for 2017, you know. Big on the sin, you know. Me woman left me for carnival. Me woman left me for carnival. Yeah, just switch up for a while. Yeah, this is 2017. Release from Scotty. Me woman left me for carnival. Me woman left me for carnival. Girl, when carnival come, look you all on the run. You're going from country to town, behaving as if you are mad, girl. But I can sit here and take it no more. Look backing up it. I just hope you find some girl who cares. Be there for you. People having fun. Drinking rum, they are the whole of me country turn up. People jamming non-stop. What? They all a party hot.
Yes, so the tea is still taking place at the top. We still got tea, so we got tea tickets. Still in the procession, come up and retrieve your tea. Or you can come by, pay $10 and get your tea. We also got barbecues on the other side of the road. If you're interested in getting barbecue, then just go across the road to the other side and get your barbecues, all part of the church event. Indigenous right here, welcome. Welcome to the Good Shepherd Harvest, annual harvest. We still got tea taking place at the top. We still got tea at the top, it's only $10. So if you got tea tickets, you can still come out and patronize, or you can come and buy tickets for $10 and take that part of the tea. The bottle game, the ring game is still on. I want you to go on over, get some ring, try your luck in the ring game. The face painting is still on. $3 when the kids over have their face painted. It's harvest, it's enjoyment, it's about fun, it's about patronizing, it's about supporting. The barbecue is on the other side of the road, so please just step over and get some barbecue. To the side of the church, we got a lot of something. I see some more cosmetics in there still. We're going to spend some money. We're going to spend some money tonight. I'll show you where we're going. eat. Before you go into the left of the church, you got some fish cake, you got chicken and chips. I think they got some more food. Not sure this comes from the oil dump and the laboratories. I'm not sure they have more, but check it and see. The pig sauces and so also there. So if you want something to eat, as you enter to the left of the church, you get your food stall. And remember the barbecue is on the other side of the road. So go on over. The other side of the hall, we got the barbecue chicken. Officially closed. You better take it. Sorry for you, but the stall has just been closed. No? Yeah. Yeah, it's under the camp tent. I want to keep the barman busy. Keep him busy.
My name is Clyde Martin Harvey. I have been a priest of the Catholic Church for 41 years, and earlier this year I was named Bishop of St. George's in Grenada, Catholic Bishop of St. George's in Grenada. And I was ordained as bishop on the 29th of July. That's a little more than a week ago. This is my office, my little office here. And I'm now settling in, really. I don't have a bishop's house as such, because that has to be repaired. And I'm living at the presbytery, the cathedral presbytery in the basement. Interesting accommodation. And so far, it has been absolutely amazing. The ordination ceremony itself was, of course, memorable for me, and I gather memorable for many other people as well. But in the week since then, I've had some wonderful experiences going to the two other islands that form the diocese, Carriacou and Petit Martinique, where the welcome was unbelievable. Wow. So generally I have a sense of feeling that Grenada welcomes me. The frightening thing perhaps is that they expect a hell of a lot, perhaps I should say a heaven of a lot from me. And I remain, therefore, basically, over the past week, my prayer has been, Lord, help me to see the work that you want me to do, and give me the wisdom and the strength and the health to do it. Before coming to Grenada, I've done quite a bit of work. Sometimes I think the descriptions of what I've done in the press has been exaggerated. I don't see myself as any kind of national hero or messiah, anything like that. That is not me. I've tried a few things, and as a matter of fact, I tend to say I failed at so many things that I would like to do, that I see all those failures as preparation for Grenada, so now I can go forward. One of the things that I've always felt is that we need to do the work of the Lord on the ground with God's people. That I am not a priest to do holy things. You know. Some people, when a priest does it, and they say, oh, you could do that, that's not holy. As a priest is inserted into human existence, even as Christ, the Messiah, was inserted into human existence. The Word becomes flesh. And my own hope is that the Word has become and is becoming flesh in Clyde Harvey in different ways. So we did a number of things. My first parish assignment was up in Laventille, where I really discovered the importance of working with young people. We had a marvelous group up there called originally Kokioko. And a lot of those young people are now young adults, so they're not so young, but they're now adults with their own families, and we still keep in contact with them. That was in the 1970s, late 70s into the 80s. But times have changed. Huh? So the Laventille to which I returned in 2006 was not the same Laventille that I was working with through the 80s. It wasn't the same Laventille at all. So it was a question of looking for something different to do, a different approach. We had some wonderful times in San Fernando and in Maloney, but I had to face the fact that I was no longer the 40-year-old young man that I was when I was working in Laventille and Maloney. We used to do a lot of encouragement of young people, hikes and so on. Now that can't be part of my ministry in the same way, although sometimes I pray that I could do some of those things. But with young people, the most important thing is to engage them in relationship. Right? As I said to a group of Football Association coaches several years ago, they want the skills, yes, that you can teach them, but they also want you. They want you as a human being who they come to believe respects, encourages, and loves them. You know, and if they can get that from you, if they can look up to you as a figure that they want to imitate, that's very important. That's vital. You know? And a child psychologist who worked with us in East Dry River, she always used to say that the most important thing that the young people want, boys between 10 and 18 wanted was the relationship, not the money. Some of the men who came into work with us, they were thinking of giving things, taking them to this thing and that thing. So the most important thing that we can offer to young people is a healthy, non-abusive relationship, which shares some of the realities of our life with them. It makes no sense saying to a young person that, you should be good and you should be this and you should be that, when we know darn well in our own hearts that that is not our experience of their age. I always smile when people in their 40s and 50s behave as if they were never 18 or 19, and they seem to make demands on young people that were not made on them, or that they didn't make on themselves. So one of the challenges of those, one of the lessons from those days has to be for me that it is vital in working with young people. And I think I've learned that lesson in regards to some other things after that. Vital to really make sure that you're the kind of person who is welcoming to young people wherever you are. So then, by the time I got to San Fernando, we had developed, and we were developing, a really good youth ministry which bore a lot of fruit. I'm very, very proud of some of the fruits of that. One person, whenever I think of him, I smile. He went to UE, he got his degree, and then, of course, coming out of UE, life was hard. Jobs were not that easy to get. And he had begun at UE doing some side work as a barber on the UE campus. And up to this day, he still has a little barber shop set up, right, that caters to UE students. Now, I said to myself, wow, now this is exactly what you would like to encourage, Because one of the problems for young people all over is that we have badly educated young people to believe that one of the things you have to do when you finish with school is to get a job. And get a job means somebody should give you a job. So you go begging.
You're not creative.
Right. One of the things that we learned was that, hey, the best thing you can do for young people is to help them to turn their hobbies into fruitful enterprise. So I always say to young people, what are your hobbies? Get a hobby that you are passionate about, and turn it, if possible, into an enterprise. And always to believe, always to understand that the sacrifice that you have to make is not about other people. It's not about some teacher asking you to do so much. It's not about the university making it hard for you to get a degree. Right? It's about you setting standards of excellence for yourself so that you are the one in control of what you do and especially of who you become. Some people are surprised when I say this, but as a Christian pastor, I'm not interested in saving souls. That's not my job. Right? What I see is Jesus Christ invites us to become sons and daughters of God. Right? That's not simply about saving your soul. Right? So that in everything that we do, the question is not whether you are saving your soul or not, which basically means whether you are behaving yourself or not. No. The question is, who am I becoming? Who am I becoming before God and before other people? And that journey of becoming is not a straight line. It's a meandering road. Sometimes it's a steep hill. Other times you feel yourself going down into a valley. But if you can see your life and interpret your life and understand your life in that way, who am I becoming? Bearing in mind all the time that God is the one who has within God's self the vision of your true greatness. And God is the one who empowers you to achieve it. But that is not about some image that you have, that the world gives you, that your parents give you, anything like that. It is an image that is basically hidden in God. And it is unveiled for you. That's what the word mystery means. It is unveiled for you as your life unfolds day by day. So you might be in the dumps now. And that's important for young people to understand. You might have failed an exam now. But that's not the end of the story. And even for older people, you know, you lose your job. Or somebody tells you you're too old to get to work when you retire. Hey, that's not the end of the story. The question again is, who am I becoming? And particularly for older people, who am I becoming in my relationship to the young, so that I help them to understand that the aging process is not something to be feared.
Let me put you on the spot. Could you recall the most memorable moment in your ministry?
There's so many memorable moments.
Well, call one or two. What stands out? Which impacted?
I want to distinguish between memorable moments in my spiritual journey, which are very intensely personal things, but which are the most important things for me, and memorable moments in ministry. Memorable moments in ministry, one kind of moment which has happened on several occasions, is when somebody tells you, I'm going to visit somebody in the hospital, and you kind of tired. Maybe you might even be saying, Lord. And I remember on one occasion saying to myself that this person isn't Catholic and I'm tired, I should go and sleep and go and see them in the morning. And I say, no, the family expect me to go today.
Yes.
And I go, and I gain more from that encounter than I gave and than I could ever have imagined giving. Because the person I meet is somebody who is dying, yes, but so alive in God that you know that we are born not to die but to rise again. You know that as you watch somebody enter into the process of dying, that they are bearing witness then that they are not going into nothingness. Death is not annihilation. They're going into a deeper life, a higher life. So those experiences always stand out with me. Another moment that stands out is when I have had a couple leave my office and I am saying to myself, this marriage is ended. God, tragedy. And then a few months, years later, you meet them and they are still together.
Wow.
And you know your judgment was wrong, but the grace of God was stronger than your judgment. You know, and you know that to be so true. I've had moments, if you want to talk about ministry, this is more ministry to family, when as a family you're together, like for my own ordination here, and the shared joy of knowing that you belong to a group of people who are, the word